Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Holidayfest. And I just got back from seeing the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer musical in Manhattan, so I had a good time. But that's not. This is not about that movie. It's that adaptation of that cartoon. This is the final film in the Santa Claus trilogy. This is considered the weakest, and while it is, I don't think it's horrible. I saw this. This is the first movie I ever rented at the Red Box back in 2007 when it was on DVD, and that is Santa Claus 3: The Escape Clause. While this movie is heavily flawed, I don't think it's horrible. I like the cast in this, just like the second one. I mean, David Krumholtz doesn't come back because he was doing a TV show in the 2000s. But you got back, Elizabeth Mitchell comes back as Mrs. Claus. You got Wendy Crewson and Judge Reinhold, in a small part. And you have legendary film actress from Sweden, Anne Margaret, who looks great in this movie. I know she's much older now, but she's a beautiful woman. She's aged very well. And I've seen the original the musical that she was in. What was it? Bye Bye Birdie. She looks lovely in that movie. Very good film. And she's just a legend. It's good to see her. And you also have Alan Arkin, an actor we've always liked. I liked him in The Rocketeer. He's just a really good actor. He was funny in Get Smart, the movie. He's been in a lot of stuff. Like the guy knows how to act. Like he's very Jewish, but he's very funny, and he's a really good dramatic actor. He deserved that Oscar win 10 years ago for Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah. Who, by the way, the actress in here, the daughter, the sister of you know Abigail Breslin is the sister of Spencer Breslin, he comes back in this film. So both of them have worked with Alan Arkin. And then you have, of course, Liliana Mummy coming back as the little girl. She's adorable in this movie. I just love her cutesy voice. And then you have, of course, Martin Short. Was he bad in this movie? I don't think he's that bad. Is he? He's over the top, but you know what? It's a Disney movie. It's G-rated. You're not going to get freaking Oscar caliber acting from him here. He's playing Jack Frost. I'm glad he's not a depressing ass Jack Frost. I'm going to say this right now. He put more effort as a Man of Ice than Arnold did in Batman and Robin. It's not that kind of performance where everything is an ice pun, everything is a joke, everything is a stupid one-liner. At least Martin Short is trying. Critics don't give him enough credit. They say, "Oh, they waste him." I'm like, no, he's trying the best that he could with the script that is given. It's not like it's going to be Oscar based. It's not going to be Oscar winning material here. Like I said, it's a third installment in a franchise for kids from Disney. That's not direct to video. So I don't hate this movie. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people said that this movie was horrible. It got a ton of Razzies, which I don't think it deserves. There's a lot of really good practical effects here, makeup effects. Yes, it does do something that's kind of weird. They go back to the first film that basically Martin Short wants to take Tim Allen's place and erase the memories of the first film. But why it doesn't hurt it? It doesn't do a Spider-Man 3 because, that pissed a lot of people off that, oh, it wasn't the robber who killed Uncle Ben. It was the Sandman, which I'm like, okay, whatever. Just as long as you entertain me, it'll be fine. But I didn't mind that. I mean, it's not the best storyline, but they showed it in the trailer. So what did you expect? But I like that they mentioned the first film because the first film was great. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite movies, and I think the film is fine. I mean, it's only 92 minutes. It's the shortest of the. It's like as short as the first one. I like Martin Short's performance. He's over the top, but like I said, I like Canadian comedians, Jim Carrey and Martin Short and Seth Rogen. I do like my comedians from up north. They can actually act and they put effort into their performances. And it's not like he's Mr. Freeze, the Ice Age, and chill out. No, I don't need any of that. Here, he's Jack Frost. What do you do? He freezes people, and he's got a backstory. Like I actually like the character of Jack Frost. I liked him in Rise of the Guardians. I liked him in this movie. I like the 1979 animated short with Robert Morse, who does the voice of Jack Frost. He's an interesting character. He's basically a male Elsa from Frozen. And I like his character. Like he's Liberace and Jim Carrey or whatever. I'm like, Liberace was a great pianist. Yeah, he was gay, but he was still talented. And the movie is fun. It's just as fun as the second one. If you want something lighter for your kids and it's not going to insult them, this movie's not going to offend you. Yeah, it's silly, but it's a kids movie, and it's not thought provoking. This was never going to be Little Miss Sunshine or Black Swan or freaking Christmas Vacation, something like that. That's deeper than people think. And I think the actors are fine in it. Basically, Tim Allen, Santa Claus has to introduce Elizabeth Mitchell. No, actually, she has to introduce him to the parents to see if they accept them as Santa, and they have to fool them. They say, "Oh, it's Canada," but I'm like, yeah, it's fun. I mean, Alan Arkin is great he's great to watch, and I like Anne Margaret. Her singing is amazing, and when she does that, and Martin Short singing North Pole, basically spoofing New York, New York. That was not a problem for me. New York is my home, so I'm not gonna ever bash a movie that does that. And while it is flawed, like I say, there's some characters that get underused, like Wendy Crewson and Judge Reinhold, and Eric Lloyd is barely in the movie, but I still like the film. It was the first one I saw, via Redbox because I didn't see it in the theater, and I didn't hate it. I would take this over Medea Christmas any day because Tyler Perry is not funny. He's ungodly annoying, and he's never been funny to me. And the new Ninja Turtles movie this year proves that. Fuck that guy. Anyway, Tim Allen I like. I like Martin Short. I like the rest of the cast. I like the whimsicalness to it. I like the what if. What if he wasn't Santa and Martin Short was Santa instead? It's a what if movie. It raises questions and it interests me. It's something different. It didn't copy the first movie and it didn't copy the second one. It went in a different direction. And people shit on movies that do that, like Halloween 3. Just do something different. And this did different things compared to the first one and the second one. And this was 4 years later. And it didn't bomb, it did fine. And I'm glad it was the last one. You didn't need a fourth one. You don't need a reboot Hollywood because, the first one is a classic. You cannot remake that and make it work. And I'd rather see this than Bad Santa too. Yeah. A bunch of dick jokes and talking about pussy and ass is not going to make me laugh. I'm sorry. It actually interests me more than makes me laugh. Sorry. But I like Santa Claus 3. It's flawed, it's not perfect, but I can watch this for the holiday season and be like, you know what? There are way worse Christmas movies now. Yeah. This is better than Deck the Halls. This is better than Medea Christmas. This is better than freaking Christmas with the Cranks or half of the Hallmark movies that I saw in this decade that were not they were like lifeless Christmas movies or an Ion or Lifetime channel. I would take this over a lot of those because at least it has something in it. And I'm not that hard to please. I'm not complacent, but I'm easy to please when if you entertain me and you make me smile, I'm gonna forgive the movie a little bit more than the critics did because the critics can suck it. 30% passengers kiss my ass, Rotten Tomatoes. But anyway, I like Santa Claus 3. That's all I can say. I'm really tired, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Anyway, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I hope you guys can take these movies into consideration. I like all three of them. I don't think any of them are horrible. And like I said, we can do a lot worse. I never liked Christmas with the Cranks. At first, I kind of liked it when I saw it, and I saw reviews, and I'm like, yeah, the movie doesn't hold up. It's got Tim Allen is looked like a fool in that. He's not having fun. Him and Jamie Lee Curtis are barely together, without arguing, and the daughter sucked ass in that movie. But here, at least Tim Allen is trying, so I give him credit. At least he played Santa in all three movies. I can give him credit for that. And like I said, it's not perfect, but it's not horrible. I've seen much worse, especially this year. So remember that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next movie for Holidayfest. Take care.